Hi. So, hi YouTube. I am going to be posting a video that is a book review, because I got this really cool idea from Hannah Hart, aka My Hearto, Your Hearto, My Drunk Kitchen. And she posted a book review this morning because she has been sick, unfortunately, and she has been reading, which is a very good thing to do when you're sick or avoiding homework. And I read a lot, so I figured I would post a video about the books that I've been reading lately because why not? It seems to be a pretty cool idea. So I've been reading, well, I finished about like a week and a half ago this book, which many of you have read, I am sure, Divergent by Veronica Roth. It's become really popular, and that's not why I read it. I read it because one of my best friends was like, oh my god, this book, you have to read it right now. And so I did. And after much reluctance on my part, I finally caved and I got it. And I read it in 3 days, which is kind of awesome, especially because I have lots of homework that I am not doing. It was really good. It's the story of, it's a little bit like the Hunger Games in that it's set in the future, but it's kind of it's dystopian, but it's kind of a realistic future. Like, I can see this maybe happening. And there are these things called factions in, at least in future Chicago. She doesn't really say that they're throughout the world, but it kind of seems like they're at least in the U.S. And these different factions are sort of based on ideals that these people have. So the factions are Dauntless, which kind of bases a lot of its thought on courage and emphasis on being brave and you know, kind of putting yourself on the line for others. There's Abnegation, which is selflessness. Erudite, which values knowledge and learning, and Candor, which values honesty, which I could never be in, by the way. I'm not an honest person, don't trust me. And then there's Amity, which values friendship and, you know, helping others out. And so basically it's about this girl who is born into one faction, and when kids turn 16, they have to choose which faction they're going to be in for the rest of their lives. And they take this test, which I probably would freak out about because it's cool. It's really well written, but it's kind of scary. And so she has to choose based on the results of the test which faction she's going to be in. But she finds out that she's suited to more than one faction, which is a big deal. And I'm not going to give away anything because I hate spoilers, and I'm sure that you hate spoilers too. And if you do like spoilers, which, you know, good for you, you can go on Wikipedia or something and look this stuff up. But I'm not going to tell you. So in any case, so I read Divergent in like 3 days and thought it was amazing, and like cried and freaked out and fell in love with one of the characters, because I have a bad habit of falling in love with fictional people, and then setting really high, unrealistic standards for men for myself. So I read that, and then I'm in the process of right now reading this one, Insurgent, which is the sequel. And so far it's really, really good. I'm not very far in because I've had a lot of stuff going on this week with like auditions and rehearsals and things for school. But so far it's really good. It basically takes place literally like half an hour. It starts like half an hour after the end of Divergent, which is really kind of cool because I feel like you see in sequels and things it takes place, maybe not so much with like nowadays, but in a lot of cases I feel like sequels take place, or can take place at least, like a long time afterwards, which I don't know that I agree with that. But if it's done right, then okay. But this is really, really good. I really, really highly recommend it, especially if you're into the kind of dystopian future, like having to deal with government when it's not really what it should be, and kind of like coming into your own coming of age, and it's really good. It's really, really good, and I wish I could write like this. Maybe I do write like this, but I don't know because I'd like to think I write like this. But I'm not published, so you know that kind of puts the cap on that. So here's some links to. I'm gonna put some links to Hannah Hart's video of her book report. It's not a book report. Her book review, and her channel, so that you can watch that, because she's really funny. I really like her. And hopefully you will go out to your local retailer and buy Divergent and Insurgent, because they're really good, and you should read more. Stop the cycle of illiteracy, please. Thank you. Bye.